आप सबको नए वर्ष की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और जिस तरह से मेरे साथी जितेंद्र प्रसाद जी ने बहुत क्लियरली एक्सप्लेन किया, वॉक द टॉक, कमिटमेंट, स्पीड के साथ सारा काम करना, प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार का बहुत बड़ा हॉलमार्क है ये। बड़े रिफॉर्म्स लेना, बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स हाथ में लेना, बड़े बदलाव करना और उनको एग्जीक्यूट करना एफिशिएंटली, और वो क्लियरली विजिबल है सेक्टर आफ्टर सेक्टर। I would like to thank Secretary Krishnan, Mr. Sushil Pal, all the officials of the ministry and the industry friends for making this happen. मैंने आपको पिछली मीटिंग्स में 2-3 बहुत क्लियर आस्क्स रखे थे, मैं उनको पहले रिपीट करूंगा। पहला, हम सबको डिज़ाइन टीम्स बनानी है। कोई अगर डिसएग्री करता तो हाथ खड़ा करे, अग्री करते हैं तो नहीं। कितने लोग अग्री करते हैं कि डिज़ाइन टीम बनानी है? करते हैं? वी ऑल हैव टू, वॉट एवर एफर्ट वी कैन मेक इन सेटिंग आवर डिज़ाइन टीम्स, वी मस्ट डू दैट। एक बंदा भी हो डिज़ाइन का, 2 बंदे भी हो, 1000 हो तो बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन वी must make efforts to set up our design teams. In fact, I would like to request the industry association, can we have some common design facility also? We can probably tie up with one of the universities or one of the institutes and develop a common design facility so that those who are not able to set up their own design teams, they can access those resources. क्या ऐसा possible है association की तरफ से? कैसे करेंगे? कहाँ से शुरुआत, कहाँ से करेंगे?
Low technology 8, 9, 10 with like hearable, wearables, power bank. Maybe we can expand that facility because we have basic facilities there, designing of the PCBs from raw to testing to all the software testing over there, electromagnetic testing. So we have that, but we can expand that because it's a small setup, but maybe we can look at it and making it a large. So we can take it from there. Lot of small MSMEs are working there, designing their products. And the new R&D fund which we have launched us, maybe we can work with certain institutes also, like IITs or IIITs or whichever is in the vicinity of where the electronic ecosystem
Mechanical
is.
design?
Mechanical design, we have proposed a new
Any
center.
ideas from Foxconn or Samsung for mechanical design? Or Tata? Any ideas?
So the investment required would be large. So that's why, setting it up on a small scale is not going to work.
Large as in?
Large as in, it may be 50 crores, 100 crores, because
we will give the investment.
Yeah. Then that's
we will make them.
Yeah. So you need software which is available. You need to get vector network analyzers, all that kind of stuff, which is required. And if you don't have it, then people just write theoretical papers. Nothing comes out, nothing is tangible, nothing. So that's the thing that you need, a full-fledged facility which has mechanical equipment, the right software, fully licensed and all that. That'll help a lot. And then people can go and access it.
Seksa, I think we should sit with the industry and prepare a proposal for mechanical as well as electronics design, so that will become one of the common facilities where government will invest. I'll request the industry to contribute in terms of making that a sustainable unit, which means capex we will do, but whatever OPEX is required, that should be borne by the industry. One. Second, the technical inputs which are required, that should be given by the industry. Is that a okay kind of balanced kind of offer? Great. Second is local sourcing, which industry is also raising, and I've been asking that within your ambit, whatever domestic sourcing you can do, please make sure that you can do as much as possible Swadeshi, as much as possible Atmanirbhar sourcing. Are we good with that? कितने लोगों ने अपने अपने वेंडर मीट्स किए हैं, वेंडर मीटिंग्स की है, अपने खुद के वेंडर मीट्स किए है ना? We can organize from the association. I'll request, and department ministry will coordinate this. Let us have 2 major buyer seller meets, one in the north and one in south, so that your buyers can also get an opportunity to understand what the products are, and your sellers, which means your supply chain partners, they can also get the opportunity to display their products and their materials which you can buy. So we will have those 2 meets where good detailed technical level engagement can happen between the buyers and sellers. Third is quality Six Sigma. Are we able to achieve that? How many of us are actually able to achieve that? Six Sigma. Tough है. 4 Sigma कितने लोग? 4 Sigma many people would. 6 Sigma आपका? What's your name? TDK. I was expecting that TDK should be able to do 6 Sigma. Give him a big round of applause. And make yourself a big important bold note, bold letters में note, that we have to all achieve 6 Sigma. करना ही पड़ेगा, उसके बिना काम नहीं चलेगा. 6 Sigma के बिना global competitiveness आ नहीं पाएगी. To be globally competitive, we'll have to go for 6 Sigma. So आप इसमें इंडस्ट्री की तरफ से, एसोसिएशन की तरफ से क्या हेल्प हो सकती है? बीच में एक नया क्वालिटी का फोरम बना था ना, मिस्टर चंद्रशेखर टाटा के एन चंद्रा जी ने स्टार्ट किया था, आप भी थे उसमें? विराट जी आप भी उस मीटिंग में थे, इनॉग्रेशन वाले में क्वालिटी का एक फोरम था?
Sir, I was in the meeting. I think we'll have to restart that whole process. Our vendors generally have to follow a very high quality level. In fact, that is our challenge. But I think we can restart that entire process widely. I think the जो आपने meets बोली हैं, दो वहाँ पे भी we can significantly emphasize on this issue. I think that's a very good idea.
Structured way में कैसे करें?
So then I think we should do it every 6 months. I think we should do it every 6 months, and that team should meet every 3 months and have that plan and roll it out. There are quality, there are councils who do quality work. We can collaborate with that. Janak Mehta करके हैं, he does a lot of this work. We can start collaborating with them.
देखो ट्रेनिंग तो आसान है, बट एक्चुअल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. उसमें हैंड होल्डिंग की रिक्वायरमेंट काफी रहती है.
That is correct.
How do we do that in a very structured manner? Any thoughts?
If I may, at Quality Council of India, where I'm also a director, we are actually considering an electronic industry code of conduct. So, आज क्या होता है? Every big company goes to all the vendors and keeps doing audits all the time. So if we have an Indian electronic industry code of conduct that is kind of better than what is being done, that would help us tremendously in taking that. So प्रधानमंत्री का जो Z scheme है, उसी में हम lean को mix करके और एक और electronic वाला लेकर, we are trying to come up with a scheme, sir. We'll soon present a paper to you.
Scheme किस तरह से होगी ये?
So आज already Z पे बहुत सारे some 10,000 units have already been approved, but only at the bronze level. Now they want to take them to silver and gold. Then there is a scheme of the MSME ministry which does lean, and combine, let's say what you mentioned on Six Sigma. If we are able to combine all this together, there is a possibility that we can do this. We'll present a paper.
एक आपकी इंडस्ट्री की एसोसिएशन, can we not merge some of these associations? There are 3 or 4 associations which keep meeting us. Can we not merge them into one Electronics Association of India? ऐसा कुछ Electronics Manufacturing Association of India?
On a lighter note, sir, it's easier to do Six Sigma than to merge associations.
If I may on this topic, I think the structured approach is to do a design for Six Sigma, because inspecting say Six Sigma nahi hota. So you have to design it, robust design karna. You have to design. It's more rigor, it's less audits, but it's more design. It's design focused. When you design a robust process, you will get Six Sigma. So if there is a course which is facilitated by the industry for design for Six Sigma, then that's basically you're designing it into the process versus inspecting.
So may I request a round table with you, with people specifically on this issue to take this forward. Otherwise, it will be just a
ये
conversation.
कह रहे आगे बढ़ो, ज़्यादा प्रेस मत करो.
Then एक round table कर लेते हैं, discussion कर लेते हैं.
मैं थोड़ा और प्रेस करूँगा.
Sir, I have a point, sir. To achieve Six Sigma quality, we need Six Sigma qualified people in the companies. And I think government needs to do something for that, because there are specific companies. I used to work in LG. We have Samsung here. These companies, they train people for Six Sigma. But most of the other companies, they are not paying any attention on training of the people. Without that, talking of Six Sigma will only remain talking, you know. I think there can be some deliberation that how to encourage from the government side that if an industry has so many Six Sigma engineers, you know, they should be awarded by the government or something like that.
So let me put a challenge here. Next tranche we will not approve till we get a good structured way of doing local sourcing, design and Six Sigma. Done? And payments also will not make till we get a good solution. अब इसके आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. अब आपको राउंड टेबल करना ही पड़ेगा.
इसलिए मैं round table की बात कर रहा हूँ.
Great. No, thanks a lot. And fourth target that we always kept was skilling. And skilling, my request is, again, we'll have to go for a very structured way. There are many efforts which are going on by the industry, but time has come when we should do it in a very, very structured way. Because the demand for skilled manpower is increasing day by day. Every industry participant who meets me, they say that yes, at this pace of growth, we'll really, really have to look at it in a different way. Because today, by now, in our electronics component manufacturing scheme, 46 applications have been approved in such a short time. Investment of 54,567 crore. 54,567, let's say 55,000 crore. And most important is direct employment of 51,000 people. Direct employment of 51,000 people. And that's very, very important for all of us, for the society. So that means with this level already achieved and the overall electronics manufacturing close to 25 lakh employment. Close to 25 lakh employment. Mobile alone close to 14-15 lakh employment. So that much ecosystem of manufacturing and that much employment potential which electronics industry has. So time has come that we set in place all the major structural building blocks so that the growth can continue for many, many years. Today, our median age is about 27 years. By 2047, when many of the other countries would be very old, we would still be a young nation with a median age of about 36 or 37 years. 37 years median age in 2047 means when the growth would have stopped in so many other economies, practically every large economy growth would have tapered off. We would be the only economy which will continue to grow from 2047 to 2100. So that's why it's very important for us that we set all the structural foundational blocks in place today itself so that the growth path for the next 25 years and the 50 years beyond that can be properly met. So that's why I'll request, I'm insisting again and again, even though Mr. Bhatia was trying to divert me away from it, but I would still like to insist that let us work as one team. There is no difference between the industry and the government. We are all working for the same purpose, nation building. And nation first, always first is our fundamental principle. So let's work as one team और मिलकर एक clear structural mechanism डिज़ाइन के लिए, स्किलिंग के लिए, क्वालिटी के लिए और डोमेस्टिक सोर्सिंग के लिए, सप्लाई चेन के डेवलपमेंट के लिए एक क्लियर मैकेनिज्म बनाते हैं And let's keep a target of about 60 days for that. 60 दिन बहुत है, उससे ज़्यादा क्या लगना चाहिए? उससे ज़्यादा लगेगा तो फिर सुशील पाल जी से आपका कंपटीशन कैसे होगा? ज़्यादा दे दिया टारगेट. 40 डेज 30 डेज बहुत है ना स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में करने के लिए. 6 वीक्स. चलो सेक्टर साहब ने फाइनल कर दिया. 6 वीक्स 60 डेज नहीं, 6 वीक्स में हमें फाइनल ये करना चाहिए, राइट. एंड वील हैव अ प्रॉपर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन. इट शुड बी प्रैक्टिकल. वो कंसल्टेंट टाइप का नहीं चाहिए. प्रॉपर प्रैक्टिकल जो रियल में इम्प्लीमेंट हो सके उस तरह का एक्शन ओरिएंटेड, क्लियरली डिफाइंड एक्शन पॉइंट्स. एक्शन पॉइंट्स के आगे फॉलोअप में क्या रहेगा, किस फ्रीक्वेंसी पे फॉलोअप करेंगे. थोड़ा पहले से वार्न कर देता हूँ, शायद डेली फॉलोअप भी हो. मेरे ऑफिस से भी आप लोगों को फ़ोन जाए, तो इसीलिए इस टारगेट को लेके चल रहा है. डन. Another good thing which has come as a part of this entire, what Secretary Krishnan also mentioned, the deepening of supply chain is happening with this program. We were really happy when the lithium ion cells started manufacturing in India. TDK plant in Haryana, I had personally visited the plant that time. And today I am so happy to know that the anode material inside this cell will now be manufactured in India. So that's what real deepening of supply chain means. Second, this is the anode material which will made of graphite. Black carbon and graphite. Carbon black. This is the anode material. So this anode material will also now be made in India. That's a very, very heartening thing. This PCB we have, thank you for saying that we'll become a global hub. PCB के हम global hub बन रहे हैं. साथ ही साथ PCB में यूज होने वाला कॉपर क्लैडिंग वो भी अब इंडिया में बनेगा. That is another way of understanding कैसे हमारी सप्लाई चेन डीपन हो रही है. एनक्लोजर्स इंडिया में बन रहे हैं, ऑलरेडी बनने लग गए. अब इसमें जो यूज होगा एल्यूमिनियम एक्सट्रूजन, ये एल्यूमिनियम एक्सट्रूजन भी भारत में बनेगा. दैट इज द लेवल विच वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स. कुछ लोग वीडियो बना के, पेचकस टेक्नोलॉजी की वीडियो बना के शो करते हैं. अब वो लोग भी मानने लग गए हैं कि मोदी जी की मेक इन इंडिया सक्सेसफुल है. आप जानती हो वो कभी कभी चिप्स भी आलू से बना लेते हैं. हम लोगों को तो सेमीकंडक्टर से बनानी पड़ती है. और सेमीकंडक्टर की बात आई तो ये भी आप सबके लिए खुशखबरी है कि 2026 इज द ईयर in which 4 units will start their commercial production. Keynes, Micron, CG Semi and Tata plant in Assam. All these 4 units will start their commercial production in 2026. This will be a landmark year for our country. और किसी ने बुलेट का बोला था ना, बुलेट अगले साल 27 में आ जाएगी. अभी से टिकट खरीद लो. एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डेटा मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहूंगा. मल्टीलेयर एंड HDI PCBs, close to 45% of our domestic requirement will be able to meet because of this program. Laminates, 100% of our demand will be able to meet, and we will also be able to export. Lithium ion cells, close to 55% of our demand will be able to meet domestic. Enclosures, 100% of our demand plus exports. Connectors, 25% of our demand will be able to meet. Anode material, we are starting the journey now. Display module, we are starting the journey. Thank you for bringing the display module also to India. Camera module, 25% of our demand we'll be able to meet. Aluminum extrusion, we are starting the journey now. Optical transceivers, 100% of our demand plus exports. So that shows how the value chain and the supply chain is really getting its strong roots. और जैसा आपने शुरू में कहा, मोदी जी के आने से पहले हार्डवेयर में किसी को विश्वास नहीं था. आपने जो रियल एग्जाम्पल दिया, आप गए फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर के पास, तब के यूपीए के फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर के पास, और आपने कहा कि हम हार्डवेयर यहाँ बनाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन यूपीए के फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने आपको बोला था हार्डवेयर भारत में नहीं बन सकता. करेक्ट? आज भारत सरकार प्रधानमंत्री जी से लेके फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर से लेके पूरा डिपार्टमेंट, नीति आयोग, हर कोई कमिटेड है भारत को प्रोडक्ट नेशन बनाने के लिए. और उसमें आपकी भूमिका बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. और जो स्टेट सोचते हैं कि डबल इंजन की इस राज्यों में क्या हुआ, उनको वो प्रेजेंटेशन में नक्शा देखना चाहिए था, जो अभी मैप आप डिस्प्ले कर सकते हो वापस. एक मुख्यमंत्री जी ने ट्वीट किया था अभी कि केवल उन्हीं के राज्य में सब काम हो रहा है. वो भी जवाब ले लें, ये नक्शा देख लें. उन्हीं सीएम साहब को मैं यहाँ से जवाब दे रहा हूँ. ये नक्शा देख लें. पूरे के पूरे देश में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आगे बढ़ रही है, और इसमें मोदी जी का कमिटमेंट, प्रधानमंत्री जी का कमिटमेंट है. इसमें पूरी टीम इस काम में लगी है, और इतने मेजर रिफॉर्म्स प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब मोदी जी ने, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इतने मेजर रिफॉर्म्स हाथ में लिए हैं जो कभी भी उनसे पहले सोच नहीं सकते थे. कांग्रेस की सरकारों में कभी भी सोच भी नहीं सकते थे. वैसे रिफॉर्म्स, लेबर रिफॉर्म्स प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किए. इतनी हिम्मत है, इतना कमिटमेंट है. आपने अभी गीता का बताया था कमिटमेंट की वैल्यू. ये कमिटमेंट की वैल्यू और ये कमिटमेंट की समझ आज हमारी सरकार में है. और ये प्रधानमंत्री जी का स्पष्ट हम सबको डायरेक्शन है कि हमें हर सेक्टर में प्रोडक्ट्स बनाने हैं. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में हमारा कमिटमेंट है फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट्स, एक्टिव कंपोनेंट्स, पैसिव कंपोनेंट्स. जो मशीनें बनती हैं, इन सब कंपोनेंट्स और फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट्स को बनाने के लिए, और जो मटेरियल यूज़ होता है वो सारा का सारा हिंदुस्तान में ही बनाएंगे. ये कमिटमेंट आप सबके सामने. थैंक यू. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट.